first and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Mahavakak, Badash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we are living in the last days of the last days. And just know, if you endure, you will be saved. And I just want to quickly show you this before I start the lesson. This was close by. This taper right here, right, broken taper, which represents, this is signaling, this is trafficking lingo. This right here in my hand, trafficking lingo, right next to a park as well. So if you can't see the signs, I don't know what to tell you, but we're not gonna continue to talk about that over and over and over again. This is trafficking lingo. This right here, happening right before your eyes. But we're gonna continue, Brother Kasha. Let's start on this. We're not gonna get distracted. This is Luke 14. And I'm gonna jump straight to verse 23. Actually, we're gonna go to 21. So that servant came. Hold on, where should we go? Yep. And showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city. So that's why I'm out here. Streets and lanes of the city. And this is a city. And it says, Baba Kisha, and bring hither the poor and the maimed and the whore and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, Yahushua, it is done as thou hast commanded. Yet there is room. So there's still room. We're still fishing. We're still bidding those to the marriage. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges. That's why we're out here. Key thing, highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. So we're compelling you to come in. And when you look at that word hedges, it's Greek for phragmos. A hedge, a fence that separates, prevents two coming together in closing. This is the fence. So we're doing this correctly. And it says, highways, traveled way, road, course. This is a traveled road. And it says, course of conduct, a progress journey. So don't you get it twisted. We're making progress. Don't worry about the cults and all that watch you. We are making progress, right? And the Lord's going to let you know if you're making progress or not, right? He controls the narrative, not Satan. And it says, Baba Kasha, oh, it's so boring. This ain't boring to me. This is everything. This is life, man. And it says, and compel them to come in that my house may be filled. So we're compelling them. This is why you have to be out on the streets, so you can compel people. Now, I'm seeing certain videos, brothers are saying, well, does it really count if you go out into the woods, bruh? That's certain brothers' lot. Certain brothers' lots maybe to go out in the woods, right? That may be certain brothers' lots, okay? But you have to be out here, because when you're out here, who knows, you can have a believer that hears this word, and that can be converted to what? The faith, right? And compel them that they may come in, that my house may be what? Filled. For I say unto you, but none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. So that's what we're doing, bidding them to the marriage, man. Bringing them in, right? And I want to go to Proverbs 11 and 30 as well. Proverbs 11 and 30. The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life, so lowering him and bringing forth the righteous fruit. Baba Kisha. And it says, and he that winneth souls is wise. That's what we're out here to do, win souls, man. He that winneth souls is wise. So what, Lord willing, we could win a few souls out here. Because it does say that he that winneth souls is wise. So it's a wise thing to be out here and to teach. Because you're winning souls. You're converting them from what? Darkness to light. That's our main goal. Right? That is our main goal. 2 Peter 3:9. Let's go. We're going to take our time. We're not going to rush. You know what I'm saying? You got these people rushing. We're not going to rush. They ain't going anywhere too soon. And it says Baba Kishore. This is 2 Peter 3. And we're going to jump straight to verse 9. And the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward. So just know the Lord ain't long suffering, right? That any should perish. So he's very merciful, man. Yahushua gives us time to get right. And when you don't get right, that clock is going to be ticking. And it says, long suffering to us, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. So the Lord Yahushua wants all, but we know that's not going to happen. That's why you have an elect, right? And the elect are going to come back to Yahushua. The elect are going to receive Yahushua with meekness. So we're going to go to Colossians 2:6. As ye there have therefore received Mashiach, Lord, so walk in him. So we got to walk in his spirit. Rooted up and built up in him. So brother's got to be rooted so you're not easily moved. Rooted up in his truth. Established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding, wherein with thanksgiving. So we're established. And more abounding in this truth, abound in this word. Right? And Yahushua will do the rest. Right? Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceits, and after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. So don't let no man spoil you after the cycle of this world, the ways of this world. Also going to go to John. Only care about what the Lord thinks, because man ain't going to save you. Okay? This is John 15. And we're going to jump straight to verse 18. If the world hates you, you know it hated me before it hated you. Right? You got to know this. You got to know these things. You got to understand these things. Some of us, some of you may not be. A true believer is going to be going through persecution. Facts. It's hard to be a real Christian these days. Hard. A true believer, let me say that again, will be persecuted. True believer. Because he believes in the higher powers. These people, they believe in Satan. That's their God. They're showing you who their God is. Right? But we're not going to give up. We're not giving up. And we got to reserve energy as well. Don't burn yourself out. And it says, if you were of the world will love his own. But because you're not of the world. So this world, they love their own. Right? Satanists love Satanists. Robbers love robbers. Pedophiles love pedophiles. Right? Okay? Cutthroats love cutthroats. Right? So the world accepts its own. Satan accepts their own. So even if you did switch to the other side, if you're of the elect, that wouldn't work out for you anyway. Wouldn't. Because you belong to the kingdom of light. So no matter if Satan tries to recruit you, that's not going to work out too well. It's not. But I've chosen you out of the world. Woo! Chosen. selected out of this world, man. You gotta realize that, man. Chosen, right? And you got all this coming up against us. All this. Who's controlling all these people? Who has the power to control every single one of these people? I'm not gonna stay here for too long as well, because what they're doing, it's a hot day, and they're speeding past, and you know what that creates? Toxics. This is a method in gang stalking. All these cars that are passing by, and they're speeding past, it creates a mental illness because your heart is strings. So that's what they're doing, right? They're trying to create a form of mental illness. These are your mass murderers. These are your murderers. These are your criminals. If you don't clock onto this, I don't know what to tell you, right? These are your criminals. As harsh as reality may seem. Do they want to do it? Some of them don't want to do it, but they have to. Why? Because they've made a covenant with the enemy. Right? One may say, hold on, why are certain people, why are they targeting you? Right? Why are they targeting you? Why you got people watching you? Huh? Because they made a deal with the enemy. And if you're in the kingdom of light, therefore they have to watch you. It's the way the game goes. A lot of these people are cultists. They're a cultist. They worship Satan. That's who they worship. That's their gods. Right? That is their God. And you don't even want to go. We're gonna touch on some topics, bro, that people don't like. But I've chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So you better be prepared for that, man. You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. You need to ask yourself, why are certain people being targeted by certain groups? Why are people being targeted? What's the reason? What's the reason? You've got to ask yourself that. Are they really put on some type of blacklist? Are they really? Huh? Why? And we're gonna get that. We're gonna get them answers. We're gonna get them answers. We are gonna get them answers. Let's go to Luke 22 and 31. And the Lord said unto Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, but he may shift you as wheat. So key thing, Satan wanted Simon. Satan wanted to shift him as wheat. Key thing, as wheat. You know what wheat is? Well, you already know what that is. But he decided to shift him. So Satan wanted Peter. So when it comes to cult members recruiting, that's Satan that's after you. You got to realize this. You got to realize this. A lot of people have spoken to me and be like, bruh, I see it. Certain brothers won't say a whole lot, but they say, bro, I see what you see. I see it. What's understood don't have to be explained. What's understood don't have to be explained. But just know this, the world system's going to be exposed. The world system is going to be exposed. The evil that they do is going to be exposed. But they think because they have a multitude in numbers, they think that, well, what can he do? If he tells anyone, it's one big club or whatever, right? No, they're sadly mistaken. The Lord's going to pull their cards. There's police involved. There's gang members involved. There's law enforcement involved. There's pedophiles involved. The Lord's going to, listen, don't worry about that. The Lord's going to disrupt that. Facts. Facts. The Lord's going to disrupt all of that. All we need to do is just teach. That's all we need to do. Teach and don't get drawn out into foolishness. Don't fight battles that really don't belong to you. We let the Lord fight our battles. Right? And I keep saying, when the Lord exposes all the wickedness, you're going to be surprised. And come running to the prophets. Oh, well, but we never knew. Please. You're going to be very surprised. But then it's going to be too late. Don't come running to us. See, I'm calm today. I'm not panicking, calm. I don't need to really shout. Just be calm. But he may shift you as weak. So Satan, he wants to shift us. What does shifting mean? Outward irritants, outward annoyance. He wants to get you doing something you shouldn't do. These people are the reasons why you have mass shootings. They are the reasons. All these people, they're the reasons why you have mass crime, mass shootings, so-called terrorism. But then you realize, oh my gosh, this is terrorism. What they're doing is terrorism. It's terrorism. And they're getting away with it. That's why these videos, that's why it's so good I got a camera, because you're able to see it. And I'm going to go to the next place, that follow you about there. It's trafficking as well. This is human trafficking. I don't know if you can see the cars going past. That's human trafficking. That's human trafficking. These are gangs, bro. Human trafficking is gangs. It's gangs. Right? It's gangs. Right? It is a gang. It is a group. You just thought, oh, no, it's just trafficking. It's a group. You're still not going to understand. Your dumb ass still ain't going to understand until it's too late. It's time to open your eyes and get wise, man. Some of you may say, well, that's the reason. That's the reason why you were targeted. Because no, it wasn't. I was targeted from long time. I believe from when I was a child. Something was going on. But I'm now learning about certain things. I believe it's from when I was a child, because the Messiah was targeted when he was a child. From birth, Herod was seeking after Yahweh Shai. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it more. Right? Let's call it out. Let's go to Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be shown unto the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. So we're trying to show favor unto you, but you're still not going to learn righteousness because you want to do your dark and dirty stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says, Baba Kishah. Hold on. Yet he will not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness. So he's not learning righteousness in the land of uprightness. They don't want to learn. And he will do unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So all they're doing is just dealing unjustly, man. Right? And it says, Baba Kishah, I will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So they're not beholding the majesty of the Lord. You smiling for? You should be ashamed, man. You shouldn't be smiling. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? For the things you be doing, you got a big smile on your face, but you're doing wickedness. See, the people, they ain't got no shame. They ain't got no shame, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's why the Lord's gonna have to bring down a world system. That's why I have to do that. And it says, Baba Kishah, check this out. Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, then thou will not see. But they shall see and be ashamed. That's his spirit. And they shall be ashamed for the envy of thy people. Key thing, ashamed. It's not us that are going to be ashamed. It's you that's going to be ashamed. Because of your dark, dirty deeds. And we're going to shut off in about 30 minutes. Because they're trying to kill brothers out here, man. With all these toxins, with their cars driving around. Bro, they have methods, man. These are criminals. These are criminals. Right? It's time to wake up. Baba Kishah. And be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yeah, the fire of thy enemy shall devour them. I pray, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Baba Kishah, please. Bring them down, that war against us. Let them be confounded. Let them be brought down. Baba Kishah, please let them be brought down. Right? And I had people telling me, it's the principles. Shut the fuck up. What principles? Huh? Satanic principles? What type of principles is that? The principles is the scriptures. The word of the Lord. That's the principles. Right? That's the principle, the true principles. Okay? That you should be learning. Not satanic principles. Okay? They're gonna learn. But they're gonna learn when it's too late. Lord, have ordained peace for us. So listen, no matter what's going on around us, all the chaos, we're supposed to be in peace. We have a peace with this truth. A great peace. They're not in peace. This is chaos, man. Right? Where are they going to now? Traffic the next victim? Huh? Where are they going to now? These people on complete rotation. Complete rotation. Where are they going? Are they going on a kiddie run? Huh? Fucking about talking about trafficking's only up in the north. Only in north. Fuck you talking about? Can't you see? Where are they going to? Huh? Talk that rubbish. Don't tell me that rubbish, bro. Listen, the truth remains firm. I don't care how much gaslighting anything. The truth is firm. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some principles. No, the principles are the Holy Scriptures. Oh Lord, our power. Oh Lord. Other lords beside thee have had dominion over us. But by thee only will we make mention of thy name. So we're going to be making mention of Yahweh's name. They are dead, they shall not live. They are deceased, they shall not rise. Therefore has thou visited and destroyed them, and made all their memory to perish. So these idols you're worshipping, guess what? Their memories, they're going to perish, man. All them idols. Right? Because Freemasonry, occultism, is the worship of idols. It's the worship of Satan. I can't stress that enough. Why would you need to delve into the occult when you worship Lord? Right? I think we're going to start videoing today, but when we're going to start doing that. Getting things on camera, man. Because gangstalkers hate being on camera. They hate that more than anything. Get their asses on camera, man. Yeah. See what else we got. Baba Kasha, excuse me. Alright, what else have we got, Baba Kasha? Alright, check this out. Hosea 9 and 10. I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. I saw your fathers the first ripe in the fig tree at the first time. Check this out. But they went to Baal Peor, right? And separated themselves unto that shame. What's Baal Peor? Baal is Satan, right? Baal Peor is another word for Satan. Okay? These people, Masonry, Freemasonry is the worship of Baal. So my eyes are burning now. I'm going to get out of this. As soon as it gets a favor, I'm getting out of it. Too much toxins, man. People are trying to kill you off, man, silently. Bro, it's real. That's why when you talk about conspiracies, there is groups of people that conspire against people, man. Right? Facts. But let's finish this off. And separating themselves unto that shame. So when you separate yourself, when you join idols, when you join a fraternity, you separate yourself from God. The Lord Yahweh had a fraternity. It was a brotherhood. It was the apostles. Right? He wasn't joining no Freemasonry. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that. And it says, and the abominations were according as they loved. That's why these people get into all forms of abomination, which I described to you. That's what they get into. All forms. And the reason why they got to drive past fast, right? Because they want to deceive my senses. But you ain't going to deceive my senses. You ain't deceiving my senses, man. At all. Right? This stuff is demonic. Hella demonic, man. Hella demonic. And it says, Baba Kishar, we don't know, brothers. We don't know why we were picked for certain stuff. We don't know the full spectrum, why we were targeted. But the Lord, in the end, is going to let you know. Anything that's in the dark, hold on. Bear me just a minute. Bear me just a minute. I think this, personally, I believe it has a lot to do with the council. I believe it has a lot to do with people in higher positions. Of course it does. Because who's controlling these people? People in higher positions. Right? That's who's controlling these people, man. Right? People that pull the strings. The unseen hand. Ain't it good we got a camera? So hold on just a minute. Now, certain men are saying, well, you know what? Why are you hiding in the woods? And, bruh, if a brother wants to be in the wilderness, that's his prerogative. That's not against the scriptures. And this is one of the reasons why certain brothers go into the wilderness. This is one of the reasons. Right? You got to do things according to the measure of Yahweh Shai. So this is Luke. Baba Kishar, hold on just a minute. This is Luke 4 and 8. Right? Actually, go to verse 6. And the devil said unto him, all this power would I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will give it. If therefore thou will worship me, all shall be thine. Right? So what do you think this is happening? That's another clue. If thou will fall down and worship me, all shall be thine. So what do these people, what do they want? They want you to worship them. That's what they want. They want you to worship them. They want you to bow down to Satan. And it says, for thou shalt worship, hold on, for if thou will worship me, all shall be thine. So every day we're being tempted. Satan can't force you to do anything. What he does, Satan dangles that carrot. That's what Satan does. Dangles that carrot and see if you're gonna buy into it. That's what Satan does. Dangles that temptation and see if you're gonna give into it. That's what he does. And he says, and Yahweh shall say unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord Yahweh, and him only should I serve. So that's what you tell the devil. You just tell the devil, get behind me, man. Get behind me. You're in front of me trying to get my attention. Get behind me. That's what you tell Satan. Right? That's what you tell him. Right? Anyone that comes to you with temptation, you say, get the hell behind me. And this whole stalking, predatory, or whatever the hell it is, operation is going to get exposed, man. Oh, listen. This whole this predatory operation is going to get exposed. Someone needs to be the one. Why not? Why not us? Why not you? Come on. Now the Lord, listen. The Lord will bring it down. Whatever's not right, whatever's wicked, the Lord will bring that down. We have to stay focused. If people want to follow you about, play that cat and mice game, you don't play it because you're not playing them games. You let them play them games. Okay? But we're not going to play them games. This is people in high places. Some say it's the mob. I don't know, the mob? I don't know, whatever they call it. The mob, whatever. The mafia. Right? Because the mafia are the ones that control these different type of rings, whether it's trafficking or whatever. It's the mafia that controls them, by the way. But let's stay on point. We're going to shut off soon. For thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only should I serve. And he brought him unto Jerusalem and set him on the pinnacle of the temple. And said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down from hence. For it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee. And in their hands shall bear thee up, lest any time thou dash your foot against a stone. And Yahweh shall answer and said unto him, it is said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord. It is said, it's written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord. See? Stay within the confines of the scriptures. Because the devil can't go outside of that. He needs you to act outside of that. Why do you think people want a reaction? Why do you think people want to provoke you? Because he needs you to go outside of the will of Yahweh Shai. That's why. Are you getting it now? Easy stuff. And that's for the whole thing when people, it comes to crooked police as well. They're in on it. They're in on it. So what does this show you? Yep. Oh, then he got in a car crash. Too bad it didn't crash, maybe. So what does this show you? You have certain people out here, whether it's cults, they're working with the police as well. It's all organized. It's all organized. But I don't need to tell you that because more people are finding out about this program, this satanic program, because it's a satanic program. Right? Come on. And it says, and when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him. See, the devil has no choice but to leave you alone. When you stay in the scriptures. Right? Hold on, they're just circling the block. I've seen that. Bro, it's the same cars. They're just circling the block. Like the Truman Show, you know that scene when he said, hold on, they're doing a loop. They're just doing a loop. They're just circling the block. Right? That's why you can't get caught up on all the mental madness, man. Right? Acting like tough men. Bro, you're not tough, man. When Satan goes down, you're gonna go down with him. Simple as that, man. These people are proud, man. Because they got the mob. Because they got the mob backing them up. They're proud. And these are private corporations and entities, basically, that are working against us. Facts. Private entities, Ephesians 6 and 11. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, in high places, and forces of darkness. Bro, you gotta understand the war. These are entities, corporations, construction workers, even sometimes schools. You can even have a school. It depends on the situation. Right? Corporate entities. Sometimes it's judges. It says in high places, in high positions. Right? You can even have court systems that try to work against you. Right? Understand this war. Understand it. Okay? Come on, bro. You can't break. Listen. You can't break what the Lord has built up. You can't do it, man. Baba Kishab, everything. And then they drive past and they keep smiling at me. Go away, man. Go away. So where are we going to go? So we're going to shut off. Hold on just a minute. All right, this is 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. It's a righteous thing with those. Oh, I'm losing my train of thought. See, this is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Are they troubling you? See, I've noticed her, they're going in the loop. Anyone that's troubling you, it's a righteous thing for the Heavenly Father to recompense us. Stay patient. The Lord says, go recompense us. Right? And this is Baba Kushar, that you may be counted worthy of the kingdom of God, that we also suffer. We're suffering for a righteous cause. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. And another thing I want to tell you, you know these same people, you know what they do? It's a network. You know they follow you home as well. You know they find out your address and they follow you home. Bro, bro. That's what predators do. That's what predators do. And it says, Baba Kishar, check this out. And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. So the Lord's going to be revealed with them mighty angels, man. And them angels are going to burn you up. Them angels are going to burn you up, man. He doesn't want to join our group. You know what? We're going to come after him. You ain't going to do anything. Right? Because the Lord's got us and he's had us all this time. The Lord has had us all this time. Right? Got traffickers driving in their nice cars. Yeah, I got the mob backing me. No, Satan's gonna discard you, man. Don't you understand that? So I'm gonna shut off here. Until the next time. Shalom to the hopeful elect. And you brothers out there, stay safe. Stay safe, man. Well, I don't want to say protect yourself. The Lord will protect you, but make sure you're protecting yourself as well. At all costs. Because it ain't safe out here, man. Hope this was edifying. Better get out of here. And until the next time. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.